What's up, you guys? Son of a Bitcoin here, and welcome back to the TCS network. Right here on my hat here, repping the apocalyptic cats. I'm all CNFT'd out. All right, you guys. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Actually, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit that notification bell. Only if you enjoy the content. And like I always say, it helps me with the algorithm and it helps me get out, get my content out there to more you degens. All right, so yeah, now jumping right into it. Um, yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody. I've reached over 1,000 followers. I seen that just the other morning, and I'm very excited about it. And I can't thank the community enough. I've just been able to learn so much and meet so many new friends, and I continue to learn. And I see all these new opportunities presenting themselves before me as I acquire this knowledge and network. And it's just been great, the whole experience. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. So yeah, I got a serious group of projects to cover tonight. So starting right off the rip, I wanted to show you guys Lending Pond. For those of you who don't know, a little bit late to this, but this just recently came out. Very, very useful tool for investors in the CNFT market. It's borrow slash lending using your Cardano NFTs as tokens as collateral. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. You borrow slash lend using your CNFTs and tokens as collateral. And you can earn ADA by lending your crypto um, and leverage liquidity in your NFTs. Very, very interesting stuff. Now, when I looked at this, I was like, that seems really, really sketchy. I wonder how they do that. You know what I mean? How do they value it? Because NFTs are kind of valued by us, right? We've set the tone for this stuff, which feels like it could be manipulated because if the way it looks to me is they go by floor prices. So if I could just manipulate the floor, and then what would happen? I mean, maybe someone would buy my NFT, but could I get a different deal on Lending Pond briefly? I don't know. But anyway, let's look into that. Let's check out the Lending Pond website. Really interesting. Here you can connect your wallet, NAMI or Eternal in the top right corner, and they're very straightforward. Borrow, lend, buy tokens. Looks like there's going to be some stuff you could buy up on here. A little bit of exchanging going on. Their partners, fact, and about. So right on their website, first thing, access liquidity through your NFTs. So if I have like a space bud as a good example, right? Not a lot of space buds get bought and sold every day. It's not like you're going to see 50 space buds get bought and sold. That would mean a lot of volume, and space buds is something historical, and a lot of people tend to store their value with space buds, store their money in there. It's something that they believe will go up over time, nothing too volatile, right? So, but say I had some space buds and I didn't want to completely get rid of my bud. And I didn't want to sell it for floor, but I needed access to that ADA. I don't want to get rid of my bud, but I need some ADA right now. So many great projects are coming out, and I just don't want to get rid of my space bud. I become a collector, and I become addicted to this CNFT lifestyle. What am I going to do? I'm going to come up here onto Lending Pond, and I'm going to be very freaking careful because there's people on Lending Pond and other CNFT enthusiasts who will lend ADA and earn interest. So there's always a little interest involved. But like you see here, for a prime example, a space bud, 10,000 ADA, 7% interest, 4 weeks to pay it off. 1,400 ADA, 5% interest, 2 weeks to pay it off. These look like just examples. This 1,400 ADA, 5% interest, 2 weeks to pay it off. So let's look into the facts a little bit here. No KYC, no credit checks. Bringing utility to NFTs by facilitating lending and borrowing. Lenders are able to loan their ADA to other members for return. Borrowers are able to retrieve liquidity, which would have otherwise been locked up in their NFT. Okay. So, So the pond brings DeFi by allowing borrowers to leverage liquidity without KYC or credit checks. Borrowers collateralize NFTs in exchange for a loan, an ADA, and the NFT will be returned to the borrower as long as the loan is repaid on time. Now, this is important. That's the thing that gets touchy with me, is because this is all on a time frame. Everything's timed. Borrowers are able to retrieve liquidity, which would have otherwise been locked in their NFT. Now you can earn interest or earn NFTs. The pawn allows lenders to lend ADA and earn a high APY. So you can come on here and you lend out your Cardano and you earn a great percentage. And you should request an over collateralization of NFTs before issuing a loan. They're kind of warning you here. Lenders will have access to liquidity pages to search for collateral to offer loans on. Lenders are protected by either earning yield or keeping the collateral. So it says the word protected, but I want you guys to just remember, say you're on here as a lender and you just are trying to earn that APY and help out your fellow CNFT enthusiasts, and you lend out someone 10,000 ADA for a space bud, right? And you got the percentage on, but it's been 4 weeks and it's getting close, man, and you haven't gotten nothing, nothing, no deal has been sealed, and this person, they can't pay back that ADA. So what happens is you earned the percentage, you earned the yield the whole 4 weeks on the ADA that you lent out. And at the very end, though, when that time's up, you either get the ADA back from the person that you lent it to, or from my understanding, you just get the collateral, which would be the space bud itself. So just keep in mind, like, when you're on here, like, and you're lending, you could very well be buying, pretty much. You very well could just be buying an NFT if that person fails to pay back in the time frame. And that's why the whole time frame thing is a little bit sketchy. So you just want to keep these things in mind. But it's still a beautiful thing and a great utility that these guys are able to offer for everybody on the chain. What happens if a loan isn't repaid, the borrower fails to deliver payment in a specific time frame, the NFT will be automatically delivered to the lender through a smart contract-driven interaction. So yeah, like I said, you will get that NFT if the person you loan to doesn't pay back in that time frame. Interest rates, it is set by the borrower, so that's pretty cool. So you can kind of... Oh, and then the lender chooses to accept it or not. So they set it, and then you get to choose whether you accept it or not. The price of using the pawn, so there is a price. They charge a 2% fee on the initial loan value before interest is calculated. And what that means is if the borrower takes 1,000 ADA loan on an NFT, the lender must send 10,000 or 1,020 ADA back. The interest would be calculated on the 1,000 ADA, not on after the interest is calculated in. So this is a new thing, so just be careful using it, right? Like I just seen on Facebook, Twitter, there are people who are posting NFTs already, and then they're requesting a certain amount of APY and requesting a certain amount, and it's just not right. Like the floors don't match, the value of the NFT don't match, the APY don't match, so you can get taken advantage here. So just be careful. Don't get taken advantage of. But it is a useful tool if you do know what you're doing. So go ahead and you connect your wallet here and jump right in. So moving on from Lending Pawn, really great tool. I wanted to let you guys know about some drops that I'm kind of interested in. I've been holding off about this project for a while because I'm so sick of... I'm not sick of it, but I just try to be weary when I see things that are very similar to other things. But now I'm learning about derivatives, and I'm learning about, you know, what's possible and what's not possible. And, I've seen and experienced, a lot of projects and lookalikes and things like that. And these guys don't even really fall fully under that category. There's a few things that I really like about them, so we're going to dive in. the first handmade apes out of clay on the Cardano blockchain, and they're going to be minting May 7th. So the thing that drove me to this project is two things. My degen brain, right? I love clays. I love Clay Nation, and I love clays. So my brain was like, oh, another clay, some clay stuff, right? And then clay apes. I was like, I like apes. I like clay. They mix it too. Clay apes. I mean, I could see the idea, man. I mean, it was just asking for someone to put it together, right? So we see it here, and I dig them, man. I kind of dig these. Here's the clay, the Claypez Superman logo. This one's got laser eyes. Let's just show you guys some sneak peeks. Listed on JPG Store. Here's another one. Inspired by Chill Kongs. It's got the Chill Kongs trait. These are definitely made out of clay. So clay AF. So yeah, you know what I mean? It's cool. The art's cool, but I was a little scared at first. They weren't really docs. They didn't have a website. Now they do. So here we are. We're gonna check out their website. Pretty cool. That must be like a lizard ape or something. I like the traits on this one. He's got a hat. It looks like a vest, floaty vest, spacesuit, sailor. Oh, nice, man. I like the 300, the Spartan. Claypes are a family of 6,000 handcrafted, uniquely generated clay apes with additional utilities stored on the Cardano blockchain. Combining two things they love, clay and apes. That's what I was just saying, man. I love clays, I love apes. So I feel that. Roadmap and utility, the juicy stuff, you guys. Limited animated Claypes will be airdropped to lucky Claype holders. Very cool. What is limited animated Claypes? So maybe it's just like, think of like the Snoop Dogg situation with the Snoop Dogg plots. It's what reminds me of like the clay animation stuff. And I'm a big fan of clay animation from way back from when there was claymation, not Clay Nation now. Then there's a Clay Nation project. Claymation wasn't NFTs. It was like something way back. But collab clay collections. This was my favorite utility that I've seen. And somebody else told me that this isn't the first project to do that. Someone was like, well, Clay Nation does it with Space Buds. But yeah, they did it with Spaces, but that's the thing. They did it with Space Buds. You don't see Clay Nation going out there and collaborating with projects, making them out of clay with anybody. I mean, yeah, they did it with, they did a good Charlotte collab, and they did it with Space Buds, but Space Buds is that project, and Clay Nation's got a big reputation to uphold. So they can't just be out here collabing with anyone. They got to do their research, get it right. And they just don't do it a lot, is what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, there's potential that they could, but they don't do it often. So maybe these guys will. Maybe they will. It says that we will reach out to well-known projects on Cardano and do limited clay collabs, so you will see your favorite projects out of clay. Man, I would love to see a clay boss cat. I would love to see, a clay split world. Imagine a clay overexposed, or like a clay man, there's so many different style clay stuff. A clay mandrills we were talking about in the chat on Twitter Space. Just imagine a clay mandrills, like the talent. I mean, just some of this stuff I would love to see. So maybe we can kind of get in here and push these guys to do something cool like that. And then Q3, a launch pad. Raffle whitelist spots from highly anticipated projects among Claype holders. The amount of Claypes you hold will represent the entries you have in a raffle. So nothing serious. These guys don't have nothing crazy on their roadmap as far as utility except airdrops and collabs. People might criticize me. Sometimes, guys, like if I just like a project, I'm just gonna cover it, and I'm only gonna cover it probably if I'm gonna buy it. And I'm gonna buy a few of these. I will. I'm be honest and buy a few of these. But don't take this as financial advice. Like this is just NFTs that I'm into. I'm just showing you guys what's up. This is what I'm gonna buy. Some of my friends are into this stuff, so we're gonna grab a few of these. NFA, not financial advice. Um, so yeah, check out claypez or clapes. I'm sorry, I call them claypez. It's clapes. Um, Something else I wanted to show you guys is I want to talk about Ugly Bros real quick. Ugly Bros is a collection of 1,000, very OG collection on Cardano, and they got a ton going on. The people on the team, I don't know exactly who, but they're very active within the CNFT space, especially on Twitter. I was just in a space with them recently, and they were talking about some of the utilities that they were going to present and add on to their current collection and what they were doing with their next collections and some of the future plans that they had. And let me tell you, I was a little bit blown away. I mean, I wasn't that bullish on this project before, but now I am. I mean, I was looking last night to try to buy one. There was a zombie one that I really liked around like 900 ADA or something, and I couldn't bring myself to buy one around 500-600 that I didn't like very much. It's just how I am. Sometimes I can't buy stuff if I don't like the looks of it, and some of these motherfuckers are ugly, but some of them look really cool too. And in general, I really like the art and I really like the style. This is some of the best art we've seen on Cardano from the get-go. I mean, besides Clay Nations and these are probably my two favorite art projects, or were my two favorite art projects way back when we first started seeing things come on to Cardano. This was a really, really good piece. It still is great art. We see a lot of great art now starting to come in with all the attention, but this is a blue. This is feeling blue chipish to me. I mean, nothing's a blue chip on Cardano technically right now because we don't have the time and the space, but this is a project to pay attention to, and let's dive into why. Okay, so season one sold out November 15th, around the time I got in. Collection of 1,000 3D non-auto generated NFTs, including 20 motion animations with music tracks, all recorded by the team. 40 ADA for mint price, guys. These are sitting around. Last I checked, around 600 ADA for the floor, and I bet you it's gone up. It's just a bet. I bet it is. And this is, I mean, I was checking these last night. I bet you they're up from 600. So to find out more, I wanted to, I'll do it right here. Season one. Royalties. This is what I wanted to tell you guys. Ugly Bros takes 3% cut on secondary market sales. Percentage goes to 3D illustrators plus marketing. There's some of the tracks. Yeah, see, you know what? I don't see the utility on here, but I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna leak some alpha right now if I don't see it on this website right now. Yeah, man, look. So I'm seeing Q1, and I don't see the royalties. So I'm gonna tell you guys about this right now because I don't see it on their page, and I don't think they're putting it on their page for a reason. So this project, I don't know if you guys are hip to Nifty World, but I was really into them, and I don't think I even really covered them. I grabbed a few. The founder of Nifty World is giving out like 80% of the royalties that they're receiving from secondary market. When they hit a certain threshold of secondary volume, they distribute the royalties. So depending on how many nifties you get like a pretty decent sum of ADA after we reach each threshold, and they distribute the funds. Like it's like equivalent to owning a top 1K boss cat, or even better than that, I think. And these nifties are really cheap, 100 ADA. When I was buying them, they were under 100 ADA. Now that I think they're above that now. But so when I was talking to Ugly Pals, oh my goodness, I'm sorry guys, don't take that personally. Ugly Bros on Twitter, dude, he was talking about their royalties, and he was like, "Yo, these royalties are no joke." And I think these royalty rewards that they're doing for their collection one, which they will be doing, I believe that they're gonna be a lot more like passive income generative, like big deal. It's gonna be a bigger deal than Nifty. It's gonna be a bigger deal than Boss Cats as far as the passive income generator. I truly believe Ugly Bros is a big one. So if you own Ugly Bros season one, you get like the majority of royalties. And then, I mean, don't hold me to it, but this is what I heard him saying. You get most royalties from the season one collection. And then he kind of like leaks it out like if you have a season two collection, then you're going to receive, if you own season one and season two, then you own a certain amount of royalties from one, and then you get a percentage of two. And then there's more besides that. They also have more coming in the future, more collections coming in the future. And they do their royalties that way. They're really going to start bringing in these royalties for this project. So if you like passive income, go out and grab some Ugly Bros. I got friends who got like 5 of these things. And I still haven't been able to grab one. I wanted to grab one last night. And they are about to do their season two. Their season two looks a lot cooler than their season one, and that's just my personal opinion. Guys, this project's got like everything a project wants to have going for it. Like, that's good. They got a great community. They've been growing since for a while. Their followers on Twitter are up like ridiculous. It's like 13K or something. They got a ton of followers on Twitter. Great community, huge community, super transparent, super active. We got ugly merch coming, ugly places. I don't know what ugly places means. They don't elaborate, but metaverse, is it like cabins, maybe staking, who knows, right? But that's exciting, dude. Ugly merch. I love any project that does CNFT merch because I like to spread the CNFT influence out there. Ugly token. So they're gonna have a token coming. We all already know that they're big on music and they like their music, so they're gonna be dropping the music. They did a collaboration with their community as well already, and that's out there. They have a community Ugly Bros / community collection, and I heard him say that there's no royalties attached to that. And they're going to be working on that a little bit as well. But that was kind of to help the people who didn't get into the first drop, from my understanding. They've done collabs, Ada Dolls, Ugly Bros, rewards and perks, merchandise, community involvement, staking pool, Ugly Evolutions, Ugly Potions, season 2, animated shorts. That's an ambitious roadmap. Ugly Potions. I think at this point we all kind of love the mutations and cool shit like that. So, it's exciting cool to transform the art as long as it's beneficial enough, or even if it's not beneficial. If you enjoy the art like I do and you're a collector like I do, it's just worth it to do sometimes. So I'm interested, in the Ugly Potions. Everything about this project is really exciting, and their website's great. Um, yeah, just go check these guys out. They do a really good job. They're out there, they're active in the community, and they're really providing value to their holders in the form of art, in the form of utility. So yeah, guys, check out Ugly Bros, check out Lending Pond, go check out Claypez. And that's about it for today. So, son of a Bitcoin, I'm out of here. Have a good one. We outie. Peace.